Hey guys, Iceman here, and I wanted to show you guys this Amazon build. This is from Last Ladder, and my account is still accessible. So I recommend if you guys have off-ladder characters and stuff, go and like make them join a game or something, because they expire, man. I have some that are going to expire in like 30 days if I don't, select the hero and try to join a game, or just enter the lobby is all you have to do. So keep that in mind, man, if you want to keep your characters. It kind of sucks that, well, who am I kidding? It fucking sucks, man, that we might lose our characters if we just don't access them for a while. But this is a level 92 Amazon by the name of Foxy Fox, and I did make some videos with her in the past. And here's her gear. She has some pretty cool charms, man. Look at this epic max damage, faster hit recovery charm. And here's another one. Holy shit. Yeah, I really haven't even explored this character too thoroughly in some time, so I'm kind of catching up on her as well. But I have this Ravenfrost, Laying of Hands, Faith, and a Hydra Bow. I traded for this thing back in the day. It's definitely not optimal, but I wanted to have a non-Grand Matron bow so I could put it on my mercenary, a rogue mercenary. I have experimented with that build some. Then you equip Wind Force on your Amazon, while the Faith is on your Act 1 rogue mercenary. So you get the attack speed and damage breakpoint, from freaking Faith on your Merc, and then you can have the high damage you get from Wind Force. Look at that, 525 max damage as of right now. That's GG. And I have Eth Titans, but I don't even need them, man. I just don't like repairing that shit. Or waiting for them to replenish when you could otherwise repair them, like how you can do with these Plane Titans. But here's the gear. I have Chains of Honor. It's a great protective armor for an Amazon. All around, man, especially when you switch over to your bow, because then your res drops some, because you're not equipped with your shield then, of course. So Chains of Honor, man, is freaking awesome. And I found it comparable to Fortitude even, because I had Fortitude on this character, but she was a hell of a lot more squishy, lacking all that GG res. And the skills are nice as well, because of course the skills add to your dodge, evade, and all that, which are all very defensive, man. Which is why you gotta have a torch. That 3 to all skills, you're just going to dodge the shit out of everything. So if you can dodge an arrow, you can dodge Diablo. You know what I mean? And here we have multi-shot, though, and you can just see how it's pretty damn devastating. This is only, I'm only the only character in the game. But this is how you roll when you're playing on the Realms, man. You're not MFing in Players 8 games all the time, because it's all reliant on how many players in the game, and most people do their MFing with just a few characters in the game at once. So I could try to get my Merc to cast his Mitar. Oh, there we go. He already cast it. So your damage isn't that awesome, but it's okay. It's 2,800. And like I said, I have a lot of max damage charms. And see, just wasting the shit out of this stuff, man. And what's really awesome as well is having Griffins, because when you have Griffins on, let me check this shit out a second. It's always important to ID those claws, man. You might... Oh, shit, look at this. Yeah, 2 points away from being perfect fire res. Man, that's epic. But Griffins is great because when you use your Lightning Fury, it just wastes the shit out of everything. And it almost doesn't even matter the amount of players in the game. Just anything that's not light immune. And another cool thing about this build is how you don't have to have infinity. You're not reliant on that. In fact, you're not reliant on your Merc at all. See, all these things that are non-light immune, you can just kill the shit out of them. So it's hard to balance, like, whether or not I would claim for this character to be a more Java or more Boa, because they're both very effective. So I can switch over to Bow and blast the shit out of things. So it's a great time, man. And, Razor Tail is nice for Lightning Fury, as well as multi-shot. War Travs, just that damage. See, look at that, 15 to 25. And it gives me almost 200 max damage right there. And about, over 100 minimum damage right there. It's over 300 damage total just for popping on those War Travs. And of course, you get some nice MF and stuff like that. Here's a nice dual leech ring that I found, man. This thing is awesome. Look at that. 6 mana, 6 life, 88 mana, which is a ton of mana for a ring. 1 mana per kill. which is really handy for a Javazan. Because I just needed some mana leech. So it's generally what I do with these sort of builds is I'll use Ravenfrost for the cannot be frozen. And the nice attack rating you get with it is convenient as well. But then on the other hand, you have to have something with mana leech, because a lot of your gear is already accounted for. I have tried this some with Vamp Gaze Helm, which my Merc has actually. And that works okay as well. Especially for Boa, because of course when you're using Griffins, it's kind of useless for your bow skill. You don't really benefit much off of the... Well, you don't benefit anything off of the lightning damage and negative enemy light res. So it's kind of useless. That's why I think I would run this character a bit more so Javelin. See, look at her just poke the shit out of these things. And then, of course, when you got like you're immune to physical enemies, you can take care of them no problem as well. Here's one that's immune to physical and lightning. So these are the only ones that become a bitch. But then once you're mercenary, cast a Crepify on it, you can actually slowly kill it. Yeah, the ones that are physical and lightning immune are annoying. But you could switch to Magic Arrow in this case. See this? And that actually takes them down quite easily, because the Magic Arrow converts the physical damage over to elemental, I believe. To magic damage, it's called. So I think that's something outside of lightning and fire and cold. I think the magic damage is a category of its own. And I believe in general the enemies have less resistance to magic, as opposed to lightning or fire or whatever else. So magic damage is a nice thing to have, man. So that elemental arrow really helps for those pretty rare situations where you come across a physical and light immune one. And these guys, see, it's just, my Javelin's just wasted them anyway. That's what's so awesome about these Javazans, especially if you have high dex. Like this character, look at that, 394 dex. You're hitting everything, man. And your Javelins are doing more damage. And another way to get there is by upping your Titans. See, I upped him to Matriarchal Javelin. I almost don't even need to switch to the bow, man. This Amazon is so frickin', it's just destroying everything. I have a hardcore Amazon as well, which I'm going to play more of. She's in Act 5 Nightmare right now, like level 70 or something like that, or maybe more. Oh, actually, I think she's in Hell now. Yeah, she's level 85 or so, so I'll have to make more videos with her. But playing with this one just reminds me how powerful just your Javelin toss can be. Because as you saw with those Wraiths, see, look at this, just a waste. I don't even have to switch over to my Faith. But the thing about it is you can, you know? And it's kind of fun. Especially with multi-shot, man. And multi-shot is awesome. I prefer it over strafe in most situations. So I just use strafe for narrow corridors like here. And I think I only put one into freaking strafe. Yeah, only 1 point into strafe. And I got my multi-shot up there some. But look at that. You can just waste the screen, man, with multi-shot. And with strafe, as far as I know, when you're going through a strafe cycle like this, and if you do dodge mid-cycle, the remaining of your arrows in that cycle will all miss after you dodge. Yeah, it's bullshit, but that's just how it is. And that's how it's been for some time, and to my understanding, nothing has been changed about that. So that's another problem when you're going strafe, is you're going to deal with that bullshit. And some Bozons go as far as to not even add anything into their dodge, evade, so they don't have to run into that glitch. But of course, when you do that, your defenses are way down, man. So yeah, I don't think you want to do that, you know what I mean? I mean, that's part of what makes the Amazon an Amazon, is the fact that she has those awesome passive skills, man. The passive skills are amazing on the Amazon. And to think that you'd have to avoid putting a single point into any of them just so you don't dodge middle of a frickin' strafe is bullshit. You know? You're taking so much away from your character when you do that. So that's why you don't have to worry about that with multi-shot. And I think it kills faster. Look at that. Of course, the damage is a little less, but you can just hit everything on the screen all the time, especially if you're wearing a razor tail belt. And it's hard to go wrong with that. So in a higher character level, this character can still do alright. In most cases, you're probably going to use your javelins, because Lightning Fury just pwns almost no matter what the character level. So you might be, you know, it might be a little slower with your bow, but it still is effective. You know, I've used this character in higher player games, and it's really not much of a problem. But like I said, if you're playing on the Battle.net realms, it's just how I like to play. Most of the time when you're MFing, you're kind of in 1 or 2 players in the game, and that's pretty much all you have to deal with. But it's for speed efficiency, it's pretty nice as well. And of course, this is it's something different from your standard boring-ass Hammerton or Lightning Sork with Infinity or Bliss Sork. You know, this is something different. And the playstyle is kind of fun because you have options. And you can use a shield, you know, you can wear Storm Shield, which is very defensive. So you can run the pits and you don't have to worry about getting hit because your physical damage resistance is going to be pretty high. And things like that, especially with Chains of Honor, which gives you an additional 8%. But this is a pretty fun build, man, and I use Cat's Eye Amulet. The run, walk, the attack speed, and the dex actually adds a ton of damage. Well, it adds enough damage anyway. Well, let's see here. Let's the multi-shot. Yeah, it adds some damage, but the attack speed primarily and the run, walk speed is why I like to wear it. And I guess dex does help with your block rate as well. See, my Storm Shield right now is max. And it's still max without it because I just pump so much into dex. But it helps with your attack rating, obviously. Let's see what it does to the attack rating. 88% chance to hit him compared to 88 still. Wow. Well, she's a high level, so she's just kicking ass right now, man. But dex is still a cool thing to have. But what do you guys think about this Amazon build? It's a hybrid build, man. You don't need Infinity. Reaper's Toll in the Merc is nice. It casts that Decrepify, which will break the physical immunity if you have to. And, yeah, it's just a way to really mix it up and have a good time in Diablo 2 and try something a little different. Oh, shit, look at that. I remember when I found this thing a few months back. 18 life and then max cold res. That's a nice charm right there, man. If this had fire res, it would be a little bit more valuable because fire res stuff trades a little better because so many characters use Spirit Shield, which lacks fire resistance. So, therefore, there's more of a market for fire res small charms. They're more in demand. So, yeah, lightning as well, just because lightning is so severe in damage. That it's good to stack that. But other than that, yeah, let me know your thoughts on this character. And like the video if you will. And I appreciate my patrons. If you want to become a patron, click the link in the description below. And I will be live streaming some. And I might play some Diablo 3 as well, alright? Because I started playing a monk on Diablo 3, and I know Diablo 3 kind of sucks. But I just wanted to mix it up again and kind of revisit it. So my monk is now level 70 on there. So I might make some videos on that. Let me know in the comments if you want to see me play some Diablo 3, okay? Like, not a ton of it, but some. You know what I mean? Primarily Diablo 2 on this channel. But let me know in the comments. Peace be with you.